At this time, it is my distinct honor to introduce our Executive Director. Patricia Collins Murdoch assumed the position of OEA Executive Director on December 1st, 2020, and has serving ably as a Regional Director and later Assistant Executive Director of OEA after coming to us from her outstanding work serving the National Education Association. Patricia is not only a great leader, not only an incredible manager, she is a fantastic team member with me and Mark and Jeff, leader of our executive management team, and somebody who deeply cares about the success of our students and our members, and works so collaboratively with our entire team to serve all of you. This happens to be Mother's Day weekend, and while I call Patricia forward, this is an opportunity to say Happy Mother's Day to each of you, but a special Happy Mother's Day to Patricia, who is also the proud mother of two amazing young sons. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Patricia Collins Murdoch.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I also want to say Happy Mother's Day to all of our delegates who are serving as members, who are mothers and serving today. Good morning, delegates. I agree with Scott that it has been quite a year, and OEA members and staff have risen to every challenge. You have responded to attacks by anti-union organizations like the Freedom Foundation and the Buckeye Institute. OEA members and staff have engaged in difficult bargaining and crafted agreements that resulted in contracts that have protected the rights of members and students during the COVID-19 pandemic. OEA staff have continued to provide members with support and resources despite confronting a wide variety of challenges, including bargaining via Zoom or socially distanced bargaining while wearing a mask. For all staff and members have done this year for each other and for Ohio's public school students, we thank you. And as this school year's end, we are optimistic that the pandemic will recede and the state and the country will begin to return to normal. And as schools across the nation begin to reopen for the 21-22 school year in person, we trust we will be able to recruit new members and engage and support members as we have in the past. And as Scott mentioned, we are closer than ever before to passing legislation that will create a more equitable means of funding Ohio's public schools. Together with our allies in the education community, the labor movement, the progressive community, and with the support of like-minded legislators, we are at a seminal moment in the fight for fair school funding. It is imperative that we continue to advocate and agitate for the passage of this critical and long overdue legislation. Watching the Senate Bill 5 video reminded me of how when I was going door to door and I took along my 16-year-old son, who at the time was a proud student of Westerville City Schools, he asked me as we were approaching one door, he said, "Mom, does this stuff work?" And I can't tell you how proud I was on that election day when Senate Bill 5 went down. And I turned to him, we were sitting in the kitchen, and I said, "See, it works." And I want to remind you all that it does work. As you know, in October of 2020, the OEA Board of Directors added a fourth strategic priority: to educate and organize OEA and its members to advocate for racial, social, and economic justice. Since October, OEA staff have continued to provide locals with support in the areas of cultural competency and restorative practices. And locals, with the support of their LRCs, have initiated programs and activities consistent with the goals and intent of OEA's recently added strategic priority. Additionally, OEA has continued its efforts to provide OEA LGBTQ+ members with employment protections equal to those provided to other OEA members in locally bargained contracts. The report on this work on behalf of the OEA GLBT Issues Advisory Council is included in the virtual RA supplemental materials. I'm also pleased to announce that OEA is about to roll out two new projects aligned with its strategic priorities. The first project is a coaching and mentoring system being developed in collaboration with other NEA state affiliates here in the Midwest. The pilot program is designed to test whether providing new educators with a dedicated mentor who is not associated with their school district will produce an increase in the success of new teachers, as well as a reduction in the number of educators leaving the profession. Chosen mentors will work directly with participating educators to coach them through the challenges they may encounter during their first few years in the profession, and provide support where needed. Information on this program and how you can become a virtual instructional coach is included in the virtual supplemental RA packet. The second project is in collaboration with Central State University, a historically black college that is one of the institutions of higher learning involved in the Pathways program currently available to OEA members and their families. While the Pathways program will remain open to all participating union members and their families and will continue to provide a pathway to a teaching career for our ESP members, the major new addition to the program will be its focus on supporting students of color, especially male students of color who wish to become educators. The program will provide students with an education free of charge and will provide mentors to participating students of color throughout their college experience. OEA believes mentorships are a key component to ensuring a student's successful completion of a degree in education. It is also important to note that Central State has an active OEA Aspiring Educators chapter. OEA members are encouraged to recommend interested students for the program, and more detailed information on this program can also be found in your RA packet. We are excited about this new work and anticipate the pilot of both programs beginning in the fall of 2021. Thank you again for all you do to elevate and support public education throughout the state of Ohio. Mr. President, that concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Patricia.